Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our fabulous journey together as we dive deeper into the grace and blessings of Lord Muruga's energy, preparing us to receive an opening of the third eye, enlivening all our chakras using his veil, his sacred divine weapon, or as Dr. Pillai shares, it's a psychic weapon, meaning that it will protect our psychology, it will protect our thinking process from being bombarded by any negativity that is going on all around us or has gone on and it's stored inside of us. It's time to get all that negative, congested energy rooted out of us from the base of our spine all the way up the chakras in the subtle body, corresponding to our backbone, and then bringing it up to the third eye, that kundalini energy, the goddess energy being activated from the base of the spine, enlivening the chakras and getting up to the third eye and having that energy in the third eye area, in the spot between your two eyebrows, just above the bridge of your nose, and also about an inch above that on your forehead. And then just pulling your energy, your attentional energy back into the middle of the brain. That's where the third eye is. So we are going to go through a guided meditation practice today. Welcome anyone who is joining for the first time, and then those of you who have been joining since we started. So Wednesday, November 4th it is, 2020. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me, and it is such an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support, especially when we come together as a global community who is dedicated to bringing in these divine beings, regardless of what tradition we've been raised in or what spiritual practice or path we've been exploring or continue to explore. Somehow our soul has come, and Dr. Pillai has guided us perhaps to dive into this Muruga energy and feel what it feels like. So we're not going to just chant mantras and meditate and pass out like some people have gone into other dimensions of being and felt very lost in it. And then they come back and they say, oh my God, I feel so revitalized, so refreshed. I feel empowered. That's what Lord Muruga is all about. It's a consciousness. And it is associated with an archetypal image. And you can see some images on the altar behind me. And then that big picture of Dr. Pillai, he's the one who's going to activate your process right now. So perhaps you know a Muruga chant, or you know about Muruga, or you've taken some Muruga courses over the years. You've participated in Skanda Shasti, the 6 nights of Muruga fighting the demons of dark forces and getting rid of that kind of energy inside of us, such as enemies, hidden enemies, or you your own self or your own enemy by your self-talk. So it will help you to turn your talking and speaking and whispering to yourself or thinking of the thoughts about yourself that aren't serving you anymore, and you can't seem to get out of that pattern. So Lord Muruga will get you out of that and just help you to be a spiritual warrior, where you're just going to focus on bringing in tremendous light, intelligence, that of millions of suns light. We can't even handle one sun as we're revolving around the sun, and all the rest of the planets are also creating their own orbits around the sun. So we have one sun, and it will burn us to a crisp if we stand out in it too long. So this is the energy and intelligence of Muruga, is like millions of suns. And where is Muruga? Muruga is in the veil. So the veil is this lance, this spear-like object. We imagine it, the shaft of the veil, as our backbone, and all the chakras are going to be lined up along this shaft of the veil, or the handle of the veil. And then the head of the veil is going to be the third eye, or the middle of the brain, the pineal gland. It even looks kind of like a pineal cone. I just noticed that. Anyways, so we're going to imagine the energy coming up as each chakra gets activated, imagining this veil going inside of each chakra. And then this veil is going to be like a key. It's going to unlock the secrets. So we need a spiritual master like Dr. Pillai to unlock the secret of our soul. He doesn't really care what we look like or what we're doing, what we're up to. He just cares about us getting rid of karma. And this is the blessing. If you do this during Skanda Shasti, the 6 nights of Lord Muruga rooting out negative congested energies, you're going to feel a tremendous light, and you won't burn out. You won't feel like you got burnt to a crisp with that intelligence of millions of suns light. So these divine beings have to find a way into the earth plane, just like we have to find a way to connect to them. Just like we need a divine Wi-Fi connection, if you will, or we're going to send up an SOS message to Lord Muruga, please get inside of me. I don't know how to pray to you and feel you. So we don't want to just chant a mantra. We don't want to just meditate and pass out. We want to feel as if he has heard our prayers. We're going to set our intention. You can think about that right now while I'm giving this little intro. So think about what you want Lord Muruga's grace and blessings to help you manifest. Perhaps you are facing litigation or credit card debt. Who isn't? So there can be debts, mortgage that it's tough to pay off now with COVID. Maybe someone in your family has lost their job, or you're having to spend money on things that you wouldn't necessarily spend on, but all of a sudden these expenses come up. So it becomes a debt, and it becomes a struggle for us, and we get stressed out about it. And there's enough to get stressed out about. Then Muruga also will not only wipe out those kinds of loans or debts or help you to find a way out, then he will also help you with your fear, anxiety, anger, frustration. So all those negative congested emotions, perhaps stuff is going to come up from your baby toe or way back in the recesses of your memories when you were like a little child and someone said something to you, or something happened to you, or something continued to happen to you, and that pattern cannot be broken, and you find yourself like repeating it over and over, and you can't seem to shake it, no matter how much therapy you've done, or how much praying you've done, or mantra chanting, or remedies, and so on. So we are in the right place at the right time, aligning with this divine archetype. And that energy is inside of us. So he's going to get awakened inside of us. He's going to awaken the chakras, awaken the third eye, so that when the energy comes into the third eye, you can disperse all that negativity, all those deep-seated, unfulfilled desires, your heart aches of loss of loved ones or relationships, or you're just upset about not being able to get along. So he's the god of relationships as well. So he will fix all kinds of relationships. He will work on your creativity, your ability to speak up and speak clearly, and also get the job done. So as Dr. Pillai has shared, when we have Muruga's grace, then miracles happen, because we'll just be like, pinch me. How did I get that point across? Or how did that shift for me? Or how come people are seeing me as a leader in my life versus a wallflower? Or perhaps your family members will look to you for advice, and you'll be like, whoa, you never listened to me before, and now you are. So it's not that we didn't have that knowledge, or we didn't have that leadership ability, but it was just being blocked for whatever reason. And perhaps it could be karmic. So in past lives, here it is. Wow, sorry about that last lifetime. Now you got to pay it back. So you don't want to struggle. As Dr. Pillai says, you can change your destiny. That which you were destined to struggle can be washed away. And Lord Muruga is that. He's a spiritual warrior, where he will activate all your chakras, so you will just not attract those kinds of negative situations. And it's not that you will run away from it or be protected from it, be in a cocoon from it. It's going to be you are going to be empowered like he is. So he's the commander-in-chief of the Pleiadians, and it's a star constellation that the earth plane is now aligned with. And it's a healing energy, tremendous healing energy. And it makes sense. We need healing energy, especially with everything that's going on in the world. All the fighting, all the lying, all the cheating. What is the truth anymore? We don't even know what the truth is when we relate it to the media, social media, and so on. That doesn't seem to resonate with us. It doesn't make sense. So the truth is within us. And then when we are resonating with that truth within us, we are that light unto ourselves. That's how we can save ourselves. No one's going to save us. No one except ourselves. And God helps those who help themselves. So we need this reciprocal relationship with these archetypal beings. And when we reach out to them, they reach to us, and then together we evolve. And that's the name of the game. We're just going to come and do it again and again and again. The world will be created and destroyed. Hopefully it won't be destroyed while we're on it. And perhaps it won't ever be. It will just go on to be a different state of consciousness where things can shift without blowing the whole thing up to bits. So that's what we're up to. It is the golden age. Lord Muruga is a golden age warrior, spiritual being inside of us, and we're going to awaken that with the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai. So how this call is going to roll out, now that you've set your intention, you can just put that aside. So if you want to get rid of enemies, diseases, debts, competitors, rivals, litigations coming out of nowhere, lawsuits, what? So we want to get rid of all that. Even if you are in one, it could get diffused away or settled very amicably. So he's the warrior of peace, and he doesn't have to blow stuff up. So he will protect us. He will guide us. He will be our guiding light, which will reveal the truth of every situation. And you'll just be like living that truth. And you will understand that you're living the truth by how people are interacting with you. They won't be fighting against you. They will just be like, whoa, that is right. Okay, well, let's move forward then. Or let's explore that. So that's how he gets rid of enemies. We need to have friends in life. We need to be supported in life, especially if we're on a spiritual path. We don't want to be, playing in those lower realms. So the chakras in the lower chakras are all about survival anxiety, fear, upset, anger, frustration, getting stuck. So that's when the chakras are closed or they're congested, they're stuck with a bunch of negative energy. You can't move the energy up. And that's why people have troubles manifesting, because it's easier to manifest through the third eye. So we have to clear out the lower chakras. The sixth center, the navel center are creative centers. Obviously, you can have a miracle of creating a baby, conceiving and having a baby go to full term, and then it comes out like a miracle. It's like, whoa, that's right from heaven. So we want to, regardless of your ability to be impregnated or not and have a baby, that's the potential. So you can have that creative potential once all that negativity is unblocked. It's released from those lower chakras. And then coming up to the heart, once we get to the heart, we really understand we're blocking our own progress by hanging on to the inability to forgive, perhaps, or the inability to let go of being right or making someone wrong. We feel guilty, we feel upset, we feel frustrated, we feel whatever we feel. And that just keeps building inside and creating a bunch of muck in our heart. And we want our heart to be free and uplifted and full of love, unconditional love. And then as it gets up to the throat, the energy that is coming from previous lifetimes is stuck in the throat. That's where the karma gets stuck. So that's why you go to Lord Muruga, because he will get rid of really tough karmas, really, really tough karmas. Like maybe you can't get married, or you can't find a good partner, or you find that you see divorce everywhere, or you find that you just can't get along with anyone and you're just not sure why that is. So you're trying your best, but you're not able to make friends. So that's what it is. So to diffuse that intelligence that you brought from previous lifetimes, that's karma. Here we go again. That's what it is. Comes around again and again and again. So we want to diffuse all that. And Lord Muruga will pop that out of the throat. So some of you may experience coughing, or you just have to speak it, or you'll hiccup or sneeze, or anything to do with the throat. You will have a release. Maybe some catharsis will happen where, you'll scream, but scream into a pillow in case you scare anybody. But you just want to feel that physical release, if that is the case for you, to get rid of that stuff that has come up from all those chakras. And then into the third eye, we want to experience a communion with the divine. And Lord Muruga, he may reveal his veil to you. You might see it crystal clear, or like a shiny golden brilliant flash of light, or it's in a flame in the third eye. You may also see Dr. Pillai, or you may hear a whisper, you may have a sensation, you may feel tremendous heat throughout this process. So whatever it is that you experience, take note of it. Don't stress out and try to figure it out during the meditation or during the chanting practice. You can jot it down afterwards, and then that will give you insights. And then we'll share our insights. We'll ask our questions once we come out of the process. So I'm going to guide you a little bit different from the first 3 nights. I'm going to guide you through the meditation process, activating the chakras. You'll be hearing me say the sounds Om, Muruga, and Namaha, chanting those. And you can chant out loud, or you can chant internally, or you can just listen. You won't see me. You're going to see the altar. And then you can, if you want to keep your eyes open or open them up every now and then, close them again, go internally, merge with the sounds, merge with the chakras. You can be looking at Dr. Pillai's picture, and you can be looking at the statues, the yantras, the images there, because the spiritual energy is going to come through, and you might just get a flash of intelligence, and you will know it. You'll feel this, whoa, something just happened to me. So pay attention to those energetic, subtle shifts in your consciousness. This is the time to do it. So, and feel it. And so then once that's done, you know something has been awakened. You're not really quite sure, or you might be, you might get a message, but maybe it will come out in your everyday way of being. And that's where miracles can happen. That's when you know, I have a new BFF, Lord Muruga. So without further ado, let's get into it. After we get to the third eye, once we get to the third eye, we're going to just focus on that. And how people have shared with me, and I've shared it with others afterwards, it's a great teaching tip, is that you can even actually touch your hand to your forehead if you feel like you're getting off balance. You feel like your thoughts are going all over the place, or you can't settle in, or there's just too much energy coming up. And then you can just tap the third eye area a couple of times or a few times just to help to refocus. Then you can put your hand down, you can put it up again, or you can hold it there if you want, but don't let your arm be totally stressed out, and you want to be relaxed. But it's just a way of touching base again with what you're focusing on. You can put your hand on any of the chakras. That's totally up to you, because when you make contact, then your thoughts go there, your focus goes there much more readily. So we want to focus all our energy. We want to put this veil into our chakras, and we want to hold it in our third eye for 108 chance that you're going to hear Dr. Pillai's voice. And then he's going to take you on a mystical, magical, divine rocket ship ride in your third eye. You're going to shift dimensions. You're going to go to places that you don't even know where you are, but something is taking you. You're not aware of your body. You're not aware of chanting even. Your mouth is moving perhaps, or you think you are talking or speaking or chanting, and it's just something else. So go play with it. Allow yourself to be free with it. Where else can we experience freedom during COVID? Right here. So thanks everyone for joining. Let's get settled in, and we'll see you in a bit with your meditation practice. All right, so we have an up close and personal, as much as we can, shot of the altar here. And then you can see the image of Dr. Pillai. Again, you can merge with that image or any of the images. This is a picture of Dr. Pillai's body, which is just completely light. At a New York event many years ago. This is Lord Muruga here, a big statue of him. This is Skanda, another form of Lord Muruga. He has 6 heads. So you might, if you decide, well, hey, I feel something going on in my brain, you can commune with this image, because he represents opening up all the different parts of your brain, including the third eye. So these are all going to do it for you. There's Augustia in the right here. And of course, Ganesha removing the obstacles. So any of those images or all of them might, attract you. And then you want to just absorb the energy that's coming in. And then you'll have an experience that you will know, hey, something really shifted. And thanks for making that happen. Awakening Muruga consciousness inside. So close your eyes, put your attention internally. We'll call on Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles. internally, and then also so that the kundalini energy will rise up from the base of the spine and activate all the chakras smoothly, releasing blockages, obstacles. A reddish-orangish light pours down your legs into your feet and toes, and that's the light of Lord Ganesha, diffusing blockages, opening up the floodgates for the kundalini energy to go up the spine, up the chakras, up to the third eye. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine the veil of Lord Muruga, the lance, the spear, with the chakras aligned on the shaft of the veil, and then the top or the head of the veil is the third eye. A beam of light shoots up your backbone, activating the veil, activating the chakras, going up into the space. Dr. Pillai appears before you in a form you're familiar with, or a light. Merge with the light, entering as two beams of light in the eyes, cleansing the eyes. Two beams of light enter your ears, piercing your eardrums, going inside your head, lighting up the brain. The neurons are firing. Even the face lights up from the heat of this tremendous radiation, spiritual transmission, darshan, coming from Dr. Pillai. Two beams of light shoot up your nostrils, where the two nostrils meet on the forehead, in between the two eyebrows. The pituitary gets activated, the pineal gland gets activated, the third eye begins to vibrate. A beam of light enters your mouth, piercing the tip of the tongue, middle of the tongue, back of the tongue, and the throat. Feel the light diffusing the karma in the throat. Then moving up to the third eye, a beam of light enters, and above, a beam of light descends into the top of the skull, getting into your brain. The neurons fire up again with light and super intelligence coming from above. And once again, merge with Dr. Pillai's energy, getting into the trillions of pores of your skin that's surrounding your whole body from head to toe. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now, visualize the veil entering the first chakra. Focus on the root or Muladhara chakra at the base of the spine. In the pelvic region, put the veil inside the first chakra at the bottom of your spine. We're going to chant Muruga's mantra, Om Murugaya Namaha, 18 times. You can chant along out loud, internally, or just receive. Root chakra, veil, light of Lord Muruga. Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 Muruga's mantra has activated your root chakra, the first chakra, clearing out any negative forces, any congested energies. And your first chakra is filled with light. Now move up to the second chakra in the sixth center, or Swasthana in Sanskrit. Put the veil inside the second chakra. Allow your intuition to guide you into that psycho-spiritual center chakra. We're going to chant Muruga's mantra, Om Murugaya Namaha, 18 times in the second chakra, activating the veil. Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 Feel the veil activating the second chakra, clearing out any negative, congested energies, forces, and filling the second chakra with light. Move up to the third chakra in the navel center, or Manipura in Sanskrit. The belly button and the abdomen get filled with the light of the veil inside this third chakra. We're going to chant Muruga's mantra, Om Murugaya Namaha, to clear out the negativity blocking creation in the navel chakra. Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 Murugaya Namaha. Om Murugaya Namaha. With the veil inside the navel center, the third chakra, the light and the vibrations of Muruga are clearing out negative, congested energies. The forces are released, and the third chakra is filled with light. Now moving up to the fourth chakra in the heart center, or Anahata, we're going to chant Muruga's mantra, Om Murugaya Namaha, to clear out the negative, congested energies, memories that are no longer serving us, unfulfilled heart's desires will get released and filled with light in the heart. Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 The light of Muruga, his veil, has defeated the dark forces, the negative energy, the emotions are being released that are no longer serving him. And the heart is filled with joy, abundance, happiness, beauty, relationships, and the ability to fulfill your heart's desires. Moving up now to the throat chakra, or Vishuddha in Sanskrit. The fifth chakra is going to be cleared with Muruga's mantra, Om Murugaya Namaha. With the veil in the throat chakra, put it deep into the throat. Go deeper beyond your physical awareness of your throat. Allow it to go deep, deep, deep. The veil will show you the karma that needs to be cleared in the throat. Om Murugaya Namaha. Om Murugaya Namaha. Om Murugaya Namaha. Om Mrugaya 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 Namaha. The throat center is lit up with the veil, radiating tremendous light to diffuse or burn stubborn karma in the throat. Now moving up to the middle of your brain, the third eye. We'll chant Muruga's name, his mantra, Om Mrugaya Namaha, inside the spot between your two eyebrows, just above the bridge of your nose, and then an inch above that in your forehead, activating the pituitary, the pineal gland, pulling that energy in the middle of your brain. Feel it unlocking. The veil is going to unlock the third eye. Open it up. Bring in the light and the sounds. Om Mrugaya Namaha. 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 The third eye is tingling, buzzing, pressure is experienced as the sounds of Muruga, the veil and light burning away any blockages in the third eye. And now we will be guided to go on a magical ride with Dr. Pillai, shifting dimensions in your third eye, going to places that will help to diffuse stubborn karma. You can place your finger on your third eye, tapping it, tap the forehead, activate it anytime throughout, and we will see you in a bit. Enjoy.
Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 नमः। ॐ मुरुगाय 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 नमः। Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 Om Murugaya Namaha.
And just allow yourself to let go of the process. As you're relaxing back into your state of awareness of your body, you can take note or observe what's going on. Maybe there's heat, or you feel cool or tingling, some sensation that helped you to experience communion with Lord Muruga and the veil. Take notice of your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts. Do you feel peace? Do you feel as if you've let go of some deep-seated karmas, pain, suffering of any kind? Did you receive a message from Dr. Pillai or from Lord Muruga or the veil or any divine being? Do you feel relief and hope and faith restored? Muruga is also the god of faith, utter positivity. So as you're coming back, make your prayer of gratitude to Dr. Pillai, to all the divine beings supporting your practice, everyone here supporting the practice. And just because we can, as a community, having dedicated this practice to uplift ourselves and uplift everyone here, also to uplift humanity, especially those people who need it the most. It's our birthright as a human being to receive support, food, clothing, shelter, medicine, education, clean water, people to love and support them, especially during times of need, COVID lockdown, even more isolation for those who are struggling. So make that prayer if you'd like, and allow the grace and blessings of the divine to intervene and help people to receive whatever it is that they need. So we're coming back to ourselves through our prayer. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining. We'll tune in tomorrow and at the same time. And until then, keep chanting Lord Muruga, keep listening to the mantra, You can review this recording. It'll be on YouTube. And then if you'd like, you can hang out and post your questions on the chat, or perhaps your experiences. That also helps people to navigate these teachings, because we don't really know if what we're experiencing is true until we hear someone else saying, hey, this happened to me. Whoa, that's what happened to me too. Or you might hear people sharing about their experiences with Lord Muruga, his intervention, getting them out of really sticky situations, litigations, lawsuits, divorce cases that could go sideways and cost a lot of money and energy and grief and leave us hopeless. So Lord Muruga has swooped in and healed all those relationships. And so there's a peaceful resolution. Stuff happens. This is the 21st century. And this is the world we live in now, the consciousness of the planet now. And there are no hard or fast rules based on what is right or wrong as far as your karmic choices. If you need to get a divorce, you shouldn't feel bad. You know, it has to be, the karma is ending, and that should be amicable. Mm-hmm. So that everyone is out of suffering. We don't want to contribute to any more karma. So Lord Muruga will give you that intelligence, and his veil will guide the lawyers or whoever it is. So litigations, I'm just giving it an example. Divorce is a big one because it impacts so many people. And so it can also be problems with your own businesses, or, you know, lawsuits against you. Maybe customers are not happy with you. You know, maybe you have patients and you're a doctor or psychiatrist or whatever, and you have problematic challenges again and again. Why are you getting these malpractice lawsuits against you? This is karma. So Lord Muruga will get in there and just protect you from that, dissolve it away so that it gets settled and everyone is okay with it. So peace is what he's all about. Peace of mind, peace of the body, so you're not stressed out and your shoulders aren't tied up around your ears. You know, you're relaxed, so the energy can be really strong inside of you and radiate out that confidence or competence that you never even knew that you had. Lord Muruga all of a sudden got into you, and then you're saying the right thing, you're thinking the right things, meaning that the wisdom is coming through. So it's not necessarily about what is right or wrong, morally speaking, although we want to live according to the laws of the place that we're in. But there are divine laws, and providence can swoop in and make sure that the Dharma is rolling out accordingly. And then wisdom is what you will experience, this bliss or this knowing this is the truth, and we must live by this truth, which is beyond the human mind. So this whole journey with Lord Muruga getting prepared to awaken the third eye is that you're immersed in wisdom. And wisdom, again, is that highest knowledge. It's on demand. You don't know what you're thinking. It's just there. And it's everyone's birthright, but it's covered up with all kinds of whatever. And so we have to unlearn, if you will, what we have as coping mechanisms, manipulation, our strategies, our analysis, our whatever we've done to navigate life here on the earth plane. And then it just goes round and round, and it's such a struggle. So when Lord Muruga gets in, he just like blows all that up in a way that is not going to destroy your energy. You're going to feel empowered, because truth is that highest empowerment of wisdom, so that you know, oh my God, I didn't even think I could do that or think that way. So God of the third eye, wisdom, is there. So I'm looking at the chat here. How does one connect to one's own dharma? There is no one's own dharma. There is just dharma. It's the way of the world, anytime. As we're evolving, and then you are living, you're tapping into that energy. You can call it universal energy as well. It's truth. So whenever you're aligned with truth, what happens? Things go smoothly. So how you know is things are going smoothly. Even during difficult situations or challenges, you don't get knocked down. Your energy is intact. And then you just happen to have knowledge that comes out of nowhere, and it might surprise you, like, pinch me, how did that happen? That's miracles. So you're aligned with the Dharma, the universal intelligence that says, hey, something's not right with this picture. However, the truth of me, this evolving soul, is that it's aligned with the highest manifestation. I need to be in that right place. And whether that is as a soldier and you got to go and kill people, that's, since the beginning of humanity, that's what it's been all about. You know, the rulers, they take over countries through the war, through the battling on the battlefield. Blood is shed for people to rule. Maybe we're going into the golden age, and that won't have to be spilt that way. So it would be a dharma for a soldier to go and do his duty or her duty and kill people accordingly. Is it right or wrong? It's just the dharma. But that person's truth of their karma, of who they are, they got to go do that. And the dharma will support that. Just as the dharma supports someone to rule, you know, or be a high-minded guru like Dr. Pillai, bringing the highest intelligence. In an instant, you don't even know. You're not having to go to an ashram and spend a whole lifetime doing ashram stuff. The whole world becomes the ashram. That's actually what ashram is. It's the support of the spiritual energy coming into the earth plane, and everyone is living by that, ideally. So good question. Hope that you find something in that response. No right or wrong, I'm just saying. Johnny is saying here, Johnny Johnson, other grandmasters like him were third eye instructors. Babaji is a living guru, but a lot of great gurus who have turned into light, like Sri Chimnoy is Japa. It's true. You can tap into any god or goddess or divine being or guru. But we have one right here, right now. And you happen to be drawn to these teachings. So it makes it more real, if you will, or you can feel it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that you are step by step. If someone like Dr. Pillai touched your third eye, you'd blow up. You'd go super crazy. So he does a little at a time. So I never understood duty and sin and dharma. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Sin is mistake. You just missed the mark. Sin is something that you tried your best, you didn't know, and then you learn from it. So it's just you're missing out on some information. You're missing out on some intelligence. You missed the opportunity. So that's the meaning, or the general meaning, as Dr. Pillai says, you miss it. You missed the mark. You had the target, but then you went off. So what we do is we get all emotional about it and negative. And then I'm doing it over here. Here, Dr. Pillai, take all that. I don't want to miss that mark. I'll put it at his feet. That's what you do with the master. He wants you. He's said many times over the years, I'm like a washing machine. Just put your dirty clothes in here, your dirty stuff. Everything you thought that is so terrible, just go get it washed. XA Patelis or SK Patelis saying here, I have Muruga immersion course. So should I buy the new program or will I be added in my Muruga immersion? You already have. If you have been part of the Muruga immersion course, there are 6 nights where Swami Nivali, another Pillai Center teacher, and myself are going to be alternate hosts for the 6 nights from the 15th of November to the 20th of November, first night of Skanda Shasti to the final night of Skanda Shasti. And we will be guiding people through the Muruga immersion course. It's at such a low price point right now than it was for when the Muruga immersion course was introduced by Dr. Pillai, and all the initiations that took place with a small group of people who were in India over a 3-day period. It was intense. And people like myself, we were able to tune in virtually on Zoom. And so it was really, really intense. It was an intensive practice. And it was during Skanda Shasti, during a Muruga time, where you can really feel his energy and his grace and his miracles, whether it was in person or virtually. I was transported to another state of being, and a lot unfolded after that. So Dr. Pillai said, hey, I want this to be a good price point for people who cannot afford to go to the live teachings of 2020, which he's also going to do 6 nights of new initiations as per Lord Muruga. He didn't want to. Dr. Pillai didn't want to. He said, okay, give him the Muruga immersion course. That is a really powerful course. But then Muruga said, no. It's 2020. You go and do this for the people. So that's what he's going to do. We'll have all those details. He just announced it last week. So we'll have all those details. But if you're in the Muruga immersion course already, you will receive an email. And if you don't, then go into your Muruga immersion course and there will be live call schedule or details in the modules. And then you just click on that and you will see the link to join the Zoom call. The timing, it's not for certain yet what it is, but it could be around 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And it might overlap with Dr. Pillai's live initiation. So we want to kind of make sure that we have that timing down so that it's not going to be overlapping. So thanks for your patience, kindness, and compassion as we work all those details out. You can also purchase it. So there's a Pillai Center practice. You can see it's a highlighted yellow, fabulous. Radha is here on the chat and she's posted Muruga immersion program link. So go check it out. And then she's also posted Pillai Center practice. Dr. Pillai's Skanda Shasti third eye activation with Lord Muruga is a link as well there. So check that out. And then Radha, if you can, post the link that has all the community events so that people can see right from the top down to the bottom. There are also fire labs, there's pujas. Those are all ceremonies, remedies that can be done for your soul, cleaning it up during Skanda Shasti, empowering your brain to be able to receive this intensity, the intelligence, the wisdom of thousands and millions of suns light. How do we plug into that without blowing our brain up or our body turning to barbecue crisp? So we align with this energy of Lord Muruga, and you get the support of these remedies that are being done. So those are also on that landing page. You can check it out. Premier program. There's a essential and enhanced and or a premier, and then there's one that has it's an all-in. You get all inclusive. So check that out. There it is, Pillai Center practice. Radha has posted Skanda Shasti community events, and you can, there's some nice pop-outs. So click on everything. Click on all those boxes. I didn't know that they were pop-outs until I clicked on it. And I went, wow, this is really cool information. So even if you feel like, oh my God, it doesn't fit into my budget, then go read and click on those boxes and read that information, because knowledge, spiritual knowledge of this being is power. It's empowering you. And God only knows what you can afford or can't afford to do. So Dr. Pillai has asked us everybody at Pillai Center, hey, create as many ways in which people of all budgets can participate. This is a no kidding. Your third eye is going to open according to your karma. So money may come out of nowhere, as it has when we participate in these 20 days of chanting. All of a sudden we will hear from people and they will say, I didn't think that I would be able to join, and now I can. So you can join all 6 nights of participating with Dr. Pillai for 2020, all 6 nights participating in Muruga immersion with Pillai Center teachers, Swami Nivali and myself. You can participate in 1 night of being initiated with Dr. Pillai, and it's a fire lab, very powerful. And that's also on that landing page. And perhaps, Rod, if you can just post the 1 night or the 1 day event, that would be great. But it's all there anyways. So I'm abundant says, I love that. I'm abundant. What's the difference between third eye activation and third eye initiation? It's all the same. So once you're activating it, then the initiation it's like you have the key, you put it in the ignition in your car, you turn the key and it goes on. So you're activating, you're doing some action, you're getting the activation, getting in the right place. You got to turn the car on somehow, the motor, and then you initiate the process and you can go drive then. So a lot of us think that, oh, well, I'm focusing on my third eye and I hope it opens. So you've got to go through those steps, and the initiation isn't just a one-off. It's a process that takes you deeper and deeper so that the energy keeps coming in. You're integrating that energy. You're not blowing your brains out or feeling like I'm so disjointed. So people, they do things to activate the third eye and go through initiation processes that takes them really out of their mind. And then they come back from whatever that experience is, and they can't integrate themselves into life. So Dr. Pillai is all about 200% life. You're balanced as you're going through this process. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. I'm abundant. Michael is saying, what's the difference between third eye activation program and Muruga immersion program? So the third eye activation program is what you're going to do with Dr. Pillai. The Muruga immersion program was a program that was introduced. It was also an initiation and an activation process that people went through in 2018. Very powerful in India with the Muruga, with the place, the power spot that was supporting that process. And at that time, that's how Lord Muruga wanted to come in and open people's third eye. So Dr. Pillai said, well, it's an eternal moment. It's been captured, and we have technology to support people getting it as an evergreen program. So we're going to pull the essence of that intensive practice so that you have something to go away with, and then you have the reference material for you to use and continue to, merge or immerse yourself in Muruga consciousness. So it's kind of like you're turning on the light switch, but then you're going deeper into yourself with your own searchlight. And the initiation needs to be from a Sadguru, because his words or whatever meditation he gives or process he takes you through or technique, he might give you a technique during the fire lab. Maybe the divine will come in and you will just be like, holy cow, there it is. Some people take snapshots of the fire and you can see Lord Muruga with his veil and the lance, and he's killing a demon. We've seen so many images of the divine coming through, and thanks to technology, we can capture it. And then thanks to technology, you can feel it. You can, as if you were there, right next to him. I'm Abundant says, is Awakened Warrior module included in Murugan? No, it's separate. It's separate. Okay. So there are some questions that people have, very specific questions. Please send those questions into office@pillaicenter.com, And Bhairavi is one of our fabulous friends here, also programs at PillaiCenter.com. So those 2 email IDs will help you to differentiate between each one, especially if you're looking at your budget and you're saying, hey, how am I going to use my resources wisely? You know, what's the best thing for me? So you can ask specific questions about what's going on in your life and which course would be the one for me. Also, people who have those kinds of questions, we can't really say what's best for you. We can give you more information or guide you to really dive deeper in and kind of educate yourself to make the right decision. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. Ask Lord Muruga in these meditations, say, what is the one I'm going to do? And you'll be surprised. You might think one way and then Lord Muruga says, do this. And you go, wow, how's that going to happen? And then it does. So email addresses are office@PillaiCenter.com or programs@PillaiCenter.com. And I'm sure that Radha is going to post that momentarily, or Bhairavi will if she's here. Shashmita is saying, a trust-breaking incident has caused a wound in my heart, and subconsciously I'm stopping myself to shine and embrace these that can give me a different life. How can Muruga consciously help me? You've got to align with his energy. That's the only way. It's not a thinking process, and you can't get out of it. You've tried to do everything that has broken the trust. And your limited mind, the human mind, all the tools that we have on the earth plane hasn't done it yet. So again, what we do is we go beyond that. It's there and it's always going to bug us. However, you just keep meditating, you keep chanting, you keep praying, and then during Skanda Shasti, you just surrender it. And then little by little, that energy that has tethered you to that moment where you lost the trust and you can't forgive or you can't get past it. These are things that we all go through, and you just need it crushed by something that is not going to destroy you or the other person or whatever the incident is, because then we'd be dead. So you don't want to do that. And dead not meaning like you're gone dead and no more. It's like you're deadened in your heart. You're hardened and you feel like your soul is crushed or dead. So he will awaken that and just say, no, get up, soldier. I'll do it for you. Faraz is saying here, hi Sutrita, before today's chanting, I was experiencing restlessness in my root chakra and my legs, as if my legs wanted to be in another ground, felt like being in between 2 dimensions. That's what happens too, is that we will feel Muruga's energy cleaning up any body part that was maybe even perhaps you were a warrior in some other lifetime and you always had this stabbing in your back, as if you've been shot or stabbed, skewered, and that's maybe how you died, or you suffered a lot. So you're maimed after that. So that you carry that memory. So it could be that's just being released from you, or literally, not literally, because you feel the pain. Maybe you're under psychic attack. Somebody is psychically just wanting you to just get out of the picture, or, harming you in some way. And that's for real. So that's why this veil is a psychic weapon. You just can take a lemon or a lime. This is a lemon here in Toronto, Canada. And you can just doing that. Om Murugaya Namaha. And you just imagine that psychic energy getting absorbed into the lemon or lime. And then you're just spearing it with the lance. And then you can just simply keep it on your altar, and that will create like a protective energy. It's a technology. We've shared about it. Here's my Sputnik lemon. It's got different types of veils. So this is a 5-metal veil. I say Sputnik because people have said that in the past. So you're creating a Sputnik. Surrogate technology. So you can have different kinds. These are silver veils of all sizes. And then, just rinse it off, leave it overnight. If you can, have it, or you can keep it there for some time, but don't keep it there for more than a day, because it will attract the negative energies, and then that kind of plays in your space. So, you can do that, and then cut the veil, cut the lemon, throw it away. It's got the negativity, and you want to get into it. You want to cut your negativity rather than fighting invisible forces. Where are you? So that's why Dr. Pillai says it's a technology, and then that veil inside of you becomes really strong, and it's unshakable. That's why they call Lord Muruga the God of faith, because we need unshakable faith that we can overcome these challenges as things are being released from us. Faraz is saying here, something is going to transition in my pixels. I'm quite peaceful after the chanting, and that ball of energy is diffused from my root chakra. Glory to Dr. Pillai and Lord Muruga. There you go. Shasmita is saying, do we see the veil on each chakra, Sucharita, or one single veil in the spinal cord? You can see one single veil in the spinal cord, as I mentioned, using this image. So you can start your meditation. This is your backbone, and then this is your midbrain. So it's like this. And then in each one, let's take this one. You can imagine the veil in the first chakra, the second chakra, the third chakra, the fourth chakra, the fifth chakra, and then in the third eye. So you can imagine a smaller one, the image. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know. So once the veil is in that chakra, the chakra is it's a psycho-spiritual center. It's an energy center, and it's just going around, and the veil is, that energy is radiating out. So it's just pushing anything out that has been absorbed in that chakra. So it's pushing it out just by its presence. So the presence of the veil is like radiating out millions of suns, rays, light, intelligence. And it represents karma busting. So it will just do it by its presence there. So just image it right there. Inserted. It's kind of like, a key. It's there, you stick it in there, and that's the key that unlocks the secret of Lord Muruga, and then Lord Muruga does all the rest. The light does. Hope that answers your question. How long do you keep the lemon and lime? Throw it in the garbage after a day. You can throw it after this will get tossed out in the morning. It's nighttime right now for me. So you will feel, hey, I got to get rid of this. But don't keep it for more than 24 hours. Johnny is saying here, I've had great success with limes and coconut busing and worship and ancestor offerings. Thank you, Dr. Pillai and Asraved. Fabulous. Where do we get the veil? Oh, that's a good question, Sherry. You can go check on the community events and scroll down to the services that are offered. Veils are included in I think one or two of the services. They can get it. There will be empowered in those services with your name and your birth star. So you can do that, or I believe that there will be veils available for separate purchase. We just haven't figured that out yet, because with COVID, we didn't know if we can ship them or not. So we need to get, if you want, then send an email to office@pillaicenter.com and ask that question. And the more people who ask it, the more they will be able to, get there available for everyone and then ship them out. And it's interesting because when that veil is coming, it's been energized during the 6 nights during Lord Muruga, and you get it in the mail thereafter. It's just, whoa, the energy is so strong. And you take it out of the package and it's just like vibrating. So what to do with the veil on a daily basis from now, hereafter, forever. Just imagine your karma is in the veil. It's getting destroyed, and then so you can bathe it with water, milk, or juice. People put other stuff. It's called a sacred bath, and you imagine yourself as you've absorbed all this negativity. And then you just imagine yourself as the veil with all the negativity, and then just wash it away. And that will wash away your karma. You want to have some tool that you feel this experience, this physical connection to the release of your karma. Otherwise, you're just kind of hoping it or thinking, I hope it works out. But when you have these surrogate technologies and you are calling on this veil, and then you just start to feel your chakras come alive and you start to feel all this heat and energy, it's like, whoa. Adriana is saying here, ever since we've been chanting to Lord Muruga, I experience sharp pains in my hips and down my legs and my feet. Is this the sensation, one of many experience that my prayers are being answered? Well, it's probably a release of some negative karmas. So the lower chakras, including the legs, that's what keeps us stuck in life physically, because we can't move in a new direction. We can't do that. So it's telling us, Lord Muruga is going in and telling us there's a lot of pain that you've been holding on to, survival anxiety. Maybe you're afraid to move forward in life. So these are all indicators of negative congested energy that we're not even thinking about. So yes, Lord Muruga is getting in there and helping you to see what needs to be released. And to help you to support that, Lord Muruga is the overlord of Mars, and Mars is like a warrior or an athlete. So you might be feeling energetic enough to go out and start to work out, go walking, and that helps to release. So move your physical body, actually. Muruga means beauty of the body, beauty of the mind, beauty of the soul. So he's a beautiful being. So he gives us that, he impresses that energy, that consciousness inside of us. And then we start to move, maybe do some yoga or stretches even. If you're not really wanting to be an athlete in the sense of competitions and things like that, you can just feel that, I just feel vital. I feel like I could go out and go for a walk and be in nature and release anything and move this physical body that sits in one spot for most of the day, like me at the desk. And I have to force myself, and it hasn't been so forceful these days chanting with Lord Muruga. I'm out, I'm going, hey, I'm out there. So you might feel that physical pain being released through movement. And then psychologically, you feel so much better. Can you sleep holding the veil? Absolutely, Sylvia. And anyone else, there's a lot of us who sleep with our veil. It's next to our bedside, it's on our bedside table, or we feel like, oh, I don't feel well. Then you can put it in your pillowcase even, so it doesn't flop around in the bed. And then it's there. And just having that is like, hugging a teddy bear. Okay, so have I answered all your questions? I'm at the bottom of the chat, but maybe some people posted stuff and then I didn't respond to it. So please do that again, because it makes me dizzy to scroll up and down the chat. Just saying, would be helpful. Let me help you to help you. Help me to help you. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. The veil needs to be clean after use. Absolutely. Wash it just with water. You don't have to put soap or anything. If it does seem to get tarnished, or like mine kind of gets milky when I put too much milk, or I'll get into yogurt and stuff like that. So even though I'm washing in a way, it doesn't seem like, it seems kind of, still a bit milky. Or even if I'm stabbing a lime or a lemon, it kind of gets that juice and, sticky feeling. So what you can do is under the water, you can just wash it with a cloth, or you can take a lime, cut it in half, or a lemon, cut it in half, and just scrub it. And then wash it, rinse it again. Baba initiates into a new Muruga mantra this time. Yes, Bhavani, he's going to be doing, we don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but Lord Muruga has said, it's 2020, new initiations. Johnny's saying Dr. Pillai is a great teacher. He absolutely is. He teaches the truth. He gives us that experience. It's not philosophy. although there is, some stories and entertaining information just to capture our attention. We need that. But then he gets really deep inside. The energy awakens. Your highest intelligence comes alive in his presence. And that's the big gift. Kalfit is saying here, can our own chanting meditation immersion affect the family members positively if you pray for them during the meditation? Thank you. You're very welcome. Thanks for asking that question. Anything that you do, whether you pray for them or not, whatever you're doing, they're a part of your karma. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to hang out with family for like a whole lifetime, or friends, or business colleagues, many years. So whatever you're going to do, your own spiritual evolution is going to impact everyone else, because that light gets into you. It's going to spill over. You have no control over it. It's just going to happen. And then your prayer is, my intention is whatever I'm doing, if it's the karma, the dharma of this group of people around me, and they're open to it, you don't have to say, hey, you must listen, you must pay attention, I'm praying for you. Forget it. You just do what you're doing, and your intention is everyone be in peace and harmony. I leave it up to the divine and let it unfold. You just keep doing what you're doing. You got enough going on. And I used to teach the kids, super kids, phonemic intelligence, and they used to say, mind your own fabulous business. That's how they dealt with bullies or people who, they were struggling, through some really tough times. And as kids, they were just like, okay, I'm just going to mind my own fabulous business. Whatever I'm doing, I'm just going to focus on that. And they were so cute about it. So you got your own stuff going on. That's part of your karma, but it shouldn't be how you are navigating. So you're going to be that busy with that fabulousness. And then that will spill over and help you to just sort through it all. And then over time, maybe there will be awakening. Archana is saying here, I've heard that bigger the statues, more rituals and offerings are needed. Is that true? Well, yeah. Because you're not going to offer a flower petal to like a 6-foot or 10-foot statue. You could, that might be effective, but generally speaking, that divine being in that statue will say, I want more. So they will ask for more. And that's how you know intuitively. And this is the play of when you're working with these statues, these images, pictures, the veil, you'll say, okay, I'm just gonna, stab one lemon, I'm gonna wash my veil off, and then I'll leave it for a few days, and the veil will just like, go do it some more. And you'll go, wow, I better go and get a bag of lemons. And that's how you will be communing with these divine beings. This intelligence is going to wake up inside of you, your deep intuition, and you will just be moving in the realm of the divine, but you'll be here. You'll be very present in your life, and you just go, whoa, I should go do this before I make a phone call. Clear out any negative congested energies, or get on a meeting, smash a coconut, pray to Ganesha, get your veil and hold on to it in the meeting. You just feel that energy of Muruga. So 9-inch or less is best for home, I heard. No hard or fast rules. I have this little guy. Where is he? He's so cute. Look at this little guy. He came in from one of the Skanda Shasti. So he's like little. And then his veil, look at how tiny that is. And I just love it. I put it in my hand and I go, oh, he's really powerful for me. And he's tiny. Photo frames are okay. Absolutely. If you've got pictures, lots of pictures can download. You don't even have to use a photo frame. You can use your phone, and you just, find an image you like, and you just have it there, put it on a stand and pray to it. Because maybe that's going to be okay for you in your practice. You're not attracting any kind of negative, energy from anyone. So people are really creative with technology, and there are no hard or fast rules. You're welcome. Eros, you're back. Thank you. The session melt some chest, heart, and backache, which came during this day so strongly. Last night was so strong, powerful. I had a dream darshan with Dr. Pillai for quite a long time. And that pain can be that he's dug it all up, and now you really see that you've got to release it. So it's another thing that Lord Muruga will show all of us is our truth. We won't even know what we're holding on to, or we will, but we won't know how painful it is. It will be like volume gets turned up to the max. And not that you should suffer, but definitely keep doing your practices, keep coming here, as Eros is saying, and it's a healing. He's a healer. So how do you know he heals? You will know what he's bringing up, and then you will know that you can release it here. Can you tell me where to buy the veil? It might be on Pillai Center, but please, there is in one of the packages or the services programs that are on that community events page with Dr. Pillai and all the teachings, that there is one that you can get a veil. It will be energizing, sent to you as part of that package. Otherwise, send an email to office@pillaicenter.com, and then we'll find out. You can find out, ask where I can get that. And they might have it available for people just to purchase the veil separately. You're welcome. All right, so I think we'll wrap it up because we're into another hour almost. And it's so wonderful that people are really getting into this and getting educated about Lord Muruga, so you don't blink and miss it. That's what Dr. Pillai wants us to do, is empower ourselves, especially during COVID, especially during the tough times everyone's trying to navigate. What is truth for me? I feel confused. I don't know which way I'm going, or I'm dead. I just feel like disheartened and or hard-hearted, or I just can't think about anything else other than all the negativity of the earth plane, and it's overwhelming. And what's the point? So there is this is where the divine wants to come in and guide souls like yourselves and myself to keep uplifting, stay uplifted. It's not easy to do on our own or think our way out of stuff. This is what we're doing to evolve. So we don't want to blink and miss it. You're very welcome. All right, everyone. We'll wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow. It'll be my final day with you, our session with you for this week, first 5 nights. And then you'll be with Padma, who is awesome, Pillai Center teacher. And she has so many stories and shared experiences of her journey with Dr. Pillai. So you can ask her all about that. She'll be happy to share that with you. And then we also have Lalita, who also has a new name added to her name, Varahi. So being with Dr. Pillai, you can be initiated into a new name. And so Lalita Varahi, she's a Vedic astrologer, and she's a yogini for many, many years. So she has tremendous knowledge to share with you. And also a student of Dr. Pillai's, like Padmaji. And so those lovely ladies, goddesses, will be also guiding you throughout the 20 days intermittently, and then I will be joining you as well throughout. And I'm sure that they'll say, okay, Sutrija is going to be there tomorrow, whenever that is. So we've got a lot going on. We want to make sure that we're preparing everyone, and we'd love for you to continue on. And commitment is what it's all about, recommitting. Even if you miss one of the live calls, watch the recording. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just go into the chanting practice, the meditation, and absorb yourself into that and wash your sins away, those mistakes, those yucky energies that are clinging on to you, and you just want to be released from it. So with technology, it's so super easy. All right, everyone. Thanks so much, Radha and Bhairavi, if you're here, and everybody who participated today, creating a beautiful space. Thanks to Dr. Pillai for bringing us all together and having a deep dive with Lord Muruga today. All right. God bless you all. Namaste.